Shiba Inu Coin is getting ready to explode, and here's why. What is going on, guys? Kyle with Finance Bro here. Welcome back to another video. We're talking about Shiba Inu today, guys. Real quick, down in the comments below, let me know if you are still holding Shiba Inu, how much you're holding, what you guys think of the coin, if you like it, if you dislike it, whatever you guys feel about this coin is what I want to know down in the comments below. You guys always kill it with the amount of support and comments that you guys leave, and you all know that the comments are just a huge part of driving this channel forward into the algorithm. So not only we can get more information out to more people, but also we can continue to grow the Shiba Inu army as a collective, guys. So comment down below just anything you want about Shiba Inu. Let us know how many Shiba Inu tokens you guys have, if you're still holding, what you think about the coin, and everything in between. We would love to know either way, guys. But we're talking about Shiba Inu, right? We're down 2.20% today here on public.com. Again, free stock down in the description below. All you got to do is sign up. Hit the link down in the description below. Sign up, deposit $1, and you guys will get a free stock worth up to $70. And I believe Thanksgiving, there is a promo going on right now with Public where you guys can get upwards of $300 value. Again, it's not always that, so keep that in mind. But again, it is a chance at getting that as well. And you guys can trade Shiba Inu. They just recently added Shiba Inu to their platform as well. So if you guys want to hop on there and get started trading, you guys can do that too. But let's talk Shiba Inu, right? So what is going on? What's the recent news? We got lots of stuff to cover today. Let's start here, right? And this is, I think, a really interesting point that's put out by Bloomberg, right? Major article source in the first place, major news or investment news, I guess, category, site, whatever you would like to refer to it as, that's been doing big work, obviously, for a very long time. Let's talk about it. So the coin worth 0.00004893 highlights crypto's wild decimal frontier. So this is mostly an article talking about Dogecoin, or not Dogecoin, sorry, Jesus Christ, talking about Shiba Inu coin. There it is. And what's really interesting about this, guys, is I want to point out a very specific part of this article that I think illustrates a larger point that I want to talk about, and you'll see where I'm going in a second. So retail traders love penny stocks. It's easy to dream of huge returns when a move from 1 cent to 2 cents doubles your money. So going even smaller than that rides on some long-standing contails. Even if Shiba Inu and Dogecoin don't bring much else to the table, who doesn't want to buy 1 million of something? With Shiba Inu, that costs $50. Okay, wait. So let's highlight that, right? And I'll talk about that. So again, that article was kind of poorly written there for a second. I'm going to kind of explain it. So the $50 point, right? So if you want to buy millions of Shiba Inu, all you have to do is pay $50. That's it. That's how much Shiba Inu cost. If you want to buy 1 million coins, 1 million Shiba Inu tokens, coins, whatever you want to call them, it's $50 right now. About right now, it's about $50. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible that you can buy millions of this coin for a very low cost entry. And again, this is the main reason why so many people flock to this coin, wanting to be a part of it, wanting to invest in it. They want to buy it and they want to hold it because it's such a low barrier to entry. Lots of people are going to buy either way. And therefore the access, the people who actually want to be a part of this and be invested in it and everything, it's easy, and it doesn't cost much to be invested in Shiba Inu. And a lot of people like that. They like that it is easy to buy this coin. They like that it is easy to buy millions of this coin. It gives more access to the average everyday investor like you and I, right? Which is something that I think most, higher price stocks, higher price cryptos don't take into account for. Most people are not buying full coins of Ethereum, right? They're not buying full stacks of Ethereum. They're not buying the 4,000, I think it is right now, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 even, dollar Ethereum. They're not buying $5,000 worth every single time. They're buying fractional, they're buying half. And that's likely the case for most cryptos that are in the thousands as far as the price goes. And that being said, I think that when you have a lower price token like this, it drives people to want to invest in it because it's attractive, because it's cheap, right? And if you want to get exposure to this coin for a potential massive breakout towards the upside in the future, whenever that might be, again, it doesn't cost a lot, right? If you guys want to dump $100 from your paycheck that you got last week into this, and hey, this $100 might go nowhere, but it's something, you can do that. You can do whatever you want with this coin. And it gives a lot of freedom, I think, to the average everyday investor that most other coins don't. You know, most other coins you get worried about, you get upset, you get nervous, right? And I think that this coin really does provide something that is truly unique that I've really never seen before in any other coin, and it makes me very excited. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Second thing I want to talk about, Shiba Inu ATMs, right? You're thinking, what? Shiba Inu ATM. So Shiba Inu ATM machine, here's a futuristic demonstration on how it could work. So there has been talk of Shiba Swap, right? Which we know is a kind of way to obviously buy Shib on their native platform, but also to you guys can buy some of their other ecosystem tokens, which is a really kind of cool feature. Now, what people are really saying is that, hey, you know, we could do a demonstration that's better than a presentation, right? And if we have this possible, this is a kind of mock-up basically design that this guy's kind of working on with a ATM machine, similar to what you would see with Bitcoin machines, right? Where you go into like a local gas station and you guys can buy Bitcoin on their ATM machines. Now, I would like to give the caveat that yes, ATMs are kind of slowly fading out of existence. But again, either way, guys, I always talk about this when I talk about Shiba Inu news, even if it seems a little bit irrelevant. This news is better than nothing. And I always say that because it's better than just, you know, having literally no news at all and this coin just becomes irrelevant. There's always something happening. Look, there are people building mock-up ATM machines for this token, right? And this is, you know, like as you can see, Shiba Inu is looking at all possible ways to find real use cases in the mainstream world. Tokens across the crypto spectrum are finding out ways to get the real world cases. The more the problem it solves, easier it becomes to access. Having a crypto ATM is everyone's wildest dream, and Spain is among the lucky few countries to have it. Spain has close to 158 Bitcoin ATM machines, which is highest in Europe. And there is a Twitter guy named Joe who basically made this mock-up and everything. That's kind of what they're talking about there. But that's what they're talking about, and that's something that I've really praised Shiba Inu out for, or about rather, for a very, very long time. And that is simply that they are super focused on not only user friendliness, but they're also focused on the utility. The utility of this coin is such a big deal, guys. It is such a big deal that a project actually has real world use. You can go out and buy it in the real world. You can use it in the real world. You can do a million different things with it in the real world, whether it's a payment source, whether it's a what have you. There's a million different things you can do in the real world with this token, and I think that is a huge plus, and it's one of the main reasons why I think Shiba Inu has remained relevant, you know, for so long. Again, guys, I've always been bullish on that, and I've always talked about how I really like what they're doing, you know, to push this coin forward into the future and try to create some real utility with it and make it useful. Let's wrap this video up a little bit here with some technical analysis, and we'll talk where my price predictions are for the coming months and even into the next year in 2022. I think this is very important, right? So as you can see here, this is what we looked at over the past couple of days. We had that nice pump, and then of course a little bit of a pullback here. Some argue that we're into downtrend. However, that downtrend kind of recently broke now that we've kind of made that that higher low from this low that we experienced before, and now we're starting to kind of bounce off that. We are experiencing a few red candles. As long as we don't break below that low, you know, that's the only thing I'm a little worried about. But again, I always have to make this caveat because some of you guys always ask me in the comments below. I'm still holding. I haven't sold. I'm not planning on selling. I'm not planning on selling even if this coin drops all the way down to previous levels below the rally that we were at, all the way down here where we didn't even have a zero deleted. I believe that was kind of back then. Again, I'm not really worried about it, guys. I'm holding this long term. This is a long-term play for me. If anything, this is more of a lottery play as well. This is something that I have money in that I'm not afraid to lose. And if it does go parabolic, I've got a lot of money on my hands. If it doesn't go parabolic, well, then I was okay with losing the money in the first place. So no big deal, no sweat off my back, right? And I think a lot of you guys need to be aware of your risk management. You guys need to be aware of how much money you have in this coin, how much you're willing to either lose in this coin or how much you're willing to spend on this coin, and how much exposure you have to it. If you guys have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in this coin and you guys are worried about the day-to-day dips and bumps, I understand that, right? That can be very terrifying, especially when Shiba Inu drops in the significant amount of value that it has dropped recently, you know, from its all-time highs. But again, this is a long-term hold for me no matter what. I look at everything, I look at all the factors, and I try to be bullish on it no matter what and see like, hey, I think this is going to go higher. I think this is going to go, you know, a certain way this way, a certain way that way, and I wait, right? Patience is so critical with this, guys. And again, as more catalysts continue to roll out, as more utility begins to roll out, it's something that very much excites me for the future of this coin. As far as price predictions goes, guys, I think by 2022, by December or even January, well, December of 2021, I should say, but by, oh my God, I love the ad. Thank you so much. By January of 2022, I would not be surprised, guys, if we have now started to, I guess, make more real pushes in a kind of bullish way towards the upside here, towards like the 5.2 to the 5.4 level up around here where my cursor is, to get to those higher levels here, by the end of the year. I really think it is possible. Again, catalysts need to keep coming out. Volume needs to stay consistent. We need to see more and more people continue to talk about this coin. We have seen volume start to fade, unfortunately, on some bigger kind of exchanges, but I don't think that's going to be the case for long. Again, Shiba Inu always has been kind of famous for, the volume fades and then all of a sudden, boom, it breaks out. We have all these little pumps here and there all over the place on the chart. Again, nothing is impossible, guys. I really do think that we've seen crazier things happen in the crypto markets before, and it's just something that you're going to have to kind of wait and see. But either way, very, very excited for the future of this coin and very excited to see what you guys say in the comments below about it either way. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. But other than that, guys, that is pretty much it today for this coin.